All right, guys, welcome to another lesson of this course, which is going to be all about personalizing the user and customer experience on your website, on your email, and on your landing page. In this lesson, I'm going to explain to you why this is so important at first, and then I'm going to show you some customization tools that you can use for customizing emails, customizing landing pages, and customizing user experience on your website so that they get recommendations on what to actually buy based on their preferences. So, with that said, let's get right into it. All right, so let's first of all talk about why personalization matters. And the personalization matters simply because the more personalized, the more your customers or your audience feels like the content or your products or whatever you're giving them are tailored towards their needs, problems, and goals, the more they're going to trust you and the more they're going to feel like you actually care about them. And if they feel like you care about them, guess what happens? It increases your sales, your conversions, and overall reputation of your business. So, with that said, let me show you three tools, right? So, the first one is the Unbounce landing page creator. So, let me show you what it does and why it's so good. Now, here you can see the Unbounce, and it's basically a landing page creator. Now, obviously, in this lesson, I'm not going to be teaching you how to create landing pages because that's for a different course, but it's essentially a drag and drop page builder, which makes building landing pages super easy. And the best feature it has is something called smart traffic, right? Now, what smart traffic is? So, smart traffic is an AI powered feature in Unbounce that automatically sends each visitor to the version of your landing page that is most likely to make them convert. And it doesn't matter what kind of version it is, if it's sign up landing page, if it's trying to sell some service, if it's just trying to make them click, like it doesn't matter. Unbounce checks all the different segments of your audience, and then based on that preferences, it sends them to the correct landing page. Okay? Now you can obviously see like the pricing and like the everything, the content. It's not cheap. It's the basic version costs $74. The expensive one costs 187, but it's a very, very powerful tool. And the way it works is very, very simple. You first create multiple versions of your landing page, right? So you create different heads, different headlines, designs, and layouts. This is great because usually you have multiple versions of your landing page because you don't know which one is going to convert yet, right? Now, here's the cool part, right? The smart traffic function then analyzes visitor behavior. So it analyzes their location, device, the browser they're using, and stuff like that. Then it automatically learns on its own which version works best for different types of visitors. And here's the cool part. It automatically directs each visitor to the best version for them. And why this is so important and so popular? Because you get more conversions without actually needing to do the A/B testing and optimizing by yourself. Like this tool, if you have the resources to invest in it, it's absolutely unbelievable. And I highly, highly recommend this to you because it's absolutely no-brainer, right? Now, let me just quickly tell you like who this is for. I feel like this is not for beginners. This is more for people who already have like experience with A/B testing, but don't actually have time for it. Because if you've ever done like A/B testing, you have to admit that it's so time consuming and so hard. So for this reason, Smart traffic is perfect for you. And by the way, this is not an advertising attempt. I'm just like giving you great AI tools, right? And it's basically like a set and forget it tool, right? It gives you, you just give it, you just give it your versions of the landing page, and then it literally does everything for you. Now, if we scroll down, right? Let me just quickly show you. Yeah. When we are in the smart traffic, it literally just like gives you step-by-step tutorial even within the builder. So again, this is like the difficulty of usage is the same as if you were using ChatGPT or We.io or Canva. It just you just literally create your landing page, then you select few settings that are very easy to understand because it gives you automatic AI recommendations, and then based on that, it retargets the traffic and sends them to the different versions that will be most likely to convert. So that was the first tool. Now, the second tool I'm about to show you is called Nosto. And Nosto is an AI-powered personalization platform that helps online stores or e-commerce stores show the right products to the right customers at the right time automatically. And this is why, again, it's so powerful. Imagine you're having a smart assistant who learns, what each stopper likes each time, they go into the shop, and then based on that they give them automatic recommendations. This is why it's so popular. Now, in order to use this tool, you need to book a call first, right? It's not like you pay for like monthly pricing and then you're just gone basically. But what you need to do first is you need to, book a consultation. And then based on this consultation, you then, give them all your goals or all your desires, all your dreams, everything that's like all your pains that you have within your business, all the questions you might have, and they will simply give you um, they will tell you like whether their service is great fit for you or not. Now, let me just quickly tell you how does Nostro work, right? It's very simple. You will understand it again. It's super simple. So just imagine a customer visits your online store and they browse products, right? Then Nostro, based on that, tracks their behavior, right? Where they click, what do they view? How much time do they spend on each section of your website? What they added to the cart? What they discarded from the cart? What did they buy? Stuff like this. Then, based on that, it analyzes their behavior and compares it with other shoppers, right? And then, based on that, it gives them the personalized product recommendations that they're more likely to buy. Because when these, recommendations are personalized, there's a higher chance. Now, you might be thinking, this doesn't work. Like these recommendations never work because it's only spam to me. This is what I felt like, when I first heard about this. However, first of all, there has to be some kind of reason that almost every business uses it. That's the first thing. Second thing is I found a very interesting fact. Here's what I found after going through some research, and you'll be very surprised. So AI-powered product recommendations work really well. On average, they can boost conversion rates by up to 15% and increase order values by around 11%. In some cases, personalized recommendations have, now listen, tripled revenue and improved conversions by 150%. They also make up about, and this is like the craziest number, they make up about 31% of total sales for many online brands. So, like, do you guys see how crazy this is? Like, how actually crazy this is? That when I first thought about it, I was like, this doesn't make too much sense to me. But like, I was like, these businesses have to have some reason, right? Because this software costs, not a small amount of money, but at the same time, I was like, it doesn't make sense. So here you can see the numbers, like literally one third of their revenue is generated with product recommendations. So this is why I would highly recommend you to use that. Now let's just go for the last AI tool, which is email AI automation with Mailchimp, and I'll clearly tell you what we are gonna do in just a second. So let's do it. All right, so we're inside the MailChimp, which by the way gives you free account for the first 14 days, so you can try it completely for free. Next thing, this is an email sending software that essentially lets you send emails and lets you automate all of that job. Now, we're not going to be going over like how to use MailChimp. If you're, curious on how to use MailChimp, go over some YouTube tutorials, like there's literally hundreds of them. But what we are going to go over are the AI automations that MailChimp offers. Now, the first thing it does is something called automations. Now, for those who don't know what automations are, it's basically automating processes when it comes down to your email marketing. So let's just imagine you have a landing page and then, somebody enters their contact information. Now, after entering that contact information, they are being added to your email list and then they're also being sent an automatic email. Imagine if you had, let's say, 100 new signups every single day on your new email list, which is like completely normal number if you're a big business owner. And then you had to send all those, emails manually. Your head would just explode because there's literally no time in world that, you can put specifically into email marketing. So for that reason, MailChimp or literally any other like email marketing softwares such as Kajabi, Brevo, Go High Level, like they all use AI automation. And basically, what the only thing you need to do is to set up the automation once, and then it does all the other things for you. So what you do? So let's just go to automations and then to overview, right? Now let's just, build an automation from scratch, right? So let's just first, name it. So let's just say, sign up automation. And let's just start. Now, a contact is added when, right? So when the contact is added to your, to your email list. So choose a starting point, right? So for example, you can literally like, add anything. If they view page, if they leave a page, if they click on certain link, if they join a group, like there's literally if they have birthday, right? So let's just say on birthday, right? So now the days before, just type in 90 and date field birthday, right? So now the contact is added 90 days before their birthday, right? That's the first step. Next thing we will do is that we will add the journey step, right? And then we will essentially like program the automation, right? So we will select and then wait for a trigger, and the trigger is going to be their birthday, right? So let's just say birthday, yeah, boom, right? Obviously, I messed it up right now because I just had to like the next step should have been basically sent email because that's the action, right? Contact is added 90 days before their birthday, and then we send the email, right? And basically just close, and that's what we can do, right? Or we can do a different type of journey, which is adding trigger. So let's just create a new one. Let's just build from scratch. one, for example, choose a starting point. Then again, like I've said, shopping activity. So just see. Um, let's just see. We can, if he, signs up for the for your email list, then that's what you do, right? Then what we do is that, we add the next step, and then we add the email, right? Because when they, sign up for your email list, they have to receive an automated email. That is, very, very simple. And right here, what you're going to do, you're basically going to, set up a subject line. So, welcome to the, community. We are super excited to have you on board. Or here's what's coming next. All right, and then you just basically, do it. You can also generate the subject line with AI, which is absolutely amazing, right? If you're not good in copywriting, then then the schedule obviously every day as soon as possible, which means they will receive it immediately. And that is pretty, pretty much that. Right? Now, if you look at this, like the next thing you've got to do is to obviously select a template, which is basically going to be like the email you're going to write, right? So you can, like select the automatic templates, or you can select the basic layout, which is, just see, we've got to find a text. Fine. Let's see if we can see it. Um, yeah, start from scratch. That's what we want. Yeah. And then what you simply do is that you add, a heading. So, hello. Very simple. Now, what you can also do, let's just imagine this, right? This is literally like drag and drop editor, right? And like you can add like paragraph, right? Like you can literally do like whatever. You can also, and this is like absolutely unreal, you can write it with AI, right? Um, Now here you simply tell AI what to do, and the AI does it for you. And look at that. Here you simply click, and this is how you do it. Like AI literally like writes whatever, you include into the email, and it could also like generate a headline, right? Again, welcome to new subscribers. Let's just see. Welcome to the family, and just save it, and your email is pretty much created. So that's for this. Then what it can also do, it can give you pre-built journeys that are also generated with AI, which is, like I've said, absolutely unbelievable, right? And this gives you these pre-built journeys, right? This gives you like automations automatically created with AI when you want to welcome new contacts, when you want to recover abandoned cards, recover lost customers. Like there's just, welcoming SMS subscribers, like everything, right? There's, nurturing leads, re-engaging contacts, support, like transactional, right? Like send order delivered confirmation. Like these automations are just set up all from scratch, and you don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do, you, for example, click, welcome new contacts, and you see, right? Signs up, send email, journey ends. This is already created. And now, based on your brand, which by the way, you have to, type in, it generates the email. And look at this. Like, this is absolutely unreal, right? Like, literally, like, generates email for you. So, and then if you would like, edit it, you can simply edit the email content as we did it, when we did it manually. So with that said, this is pretty much it when it comes down to AI automations in the MailChimp. I feel like this is email sending and email copywriting became very, very easy. And yeah, I feel like take advantage of this because like I've said, MailChimp is super cheap. It costs like $20 per month and it's going to save you so much of time. Now, talking about email marketing, what we are going to do in the next lesson is that I'm actually going to show you how to write an absolutely unbelievable email copy when it comes down to AI. Now, I'm not going to be using MailChimp, but I just wanted to show you MailChimp because it gives you great starting point, and most importantly, it creates these customer journeys for you. And then what you can do, you can simply create your own text, which is what I'm going to show you in the next lesson. I'm going to show you how to create absolutely unbelievable emails when it comes down to AI. And yes, this is pretty much it. And I look forward to see you